I hope Dreidel's going to stay up there while I talk. It's not the easiest thing to do to get him to stay in one place, and it looks like he's not going to cooperate. But here's Billy over here, who likes to sit in one place, except that, excuse me, that's not Billy. That's my little girl with irritable bowel syndrome, who is a very sweet girl. She's a cinnamon point, and she's never been able to have kittens. She has been on medication for a long time, and then finally I took her off, and oh, here's Dreidel with his face in my lap, and there's no way I can get close enough. Here, go on down now. Go ahead. Sorry about the pictures here on the floor. There's ChaCha again. That's her name. She's a really sweet cat, and she has her own litter pan upstairs, which is necessary for her because when she has a problem, she runs to use that litter pan and no other. Once in a while, she gives me fair warning. She yelps, which means she's having a cramp, and then I have to grab her and send her upstairs. She's not always willing to go because she wants to stay here with me. She follows me around like a puppy dog, but she has to go upstairs to use her litter pan and no other. So I encourage her to go on up with a little pat on the tuchus and yell, "Go, go, go, go!" And she runs upstairs, and unless one of the boys is sitting at the top ready to swat her as she goes by, she goes straight to the litter pan. She's a very smart girl, but she is a victim in a way because she doesn't smell right to the other cats, and so two of the boys like to swat her. They'll sneak up on her and give her a swat as they walk by, but she, generally speaking, ignores them. Once in a while, she leaps up onto my bed for protection if I happen to be lying there reading. But otherwise, she's okay. She's in pretty good shape. She's thin, which of course is a given with the diarrhea. But she's a good girl and manages okay. She's a very good eater. If I could put her exclusively on the Hill's digestive food, she'd probably be a lot easier to control as far as her problem is concerned. But I can't do that because the other cats all want to eat everything in front of them, and so does she. She likes her wet food, and she does eat dry food, but I can't separate her from the other cats to eat. She would just make my life unbearable, to tell you the truth. One of the things that she loves to do is when I'm not up early enough in the morning to suit her, she sits in front of my face, or I should say squats in front of my face, and rubs my face with her nose, and then finally she starts to swat my face until I can't stand it anymore and I have to get out of bed. She's watching, it's Dreidel and Fleet over by the living room door. Fleet wants to go in the living room, and he knows he's not allowed. The only time I let the cats in there now is when I have people here to see kittens, which of course isn't happening anymore. And the cats are just not allowed in there. I bought a couple of couches a few months ago that have a nubby cotton fabric covering, which of course is what they love. I should have learned my lesson years ago when I had a really nice, very expensive cat covered in a nubby cotton that they tore to shreds. And then when I moved in here, this is the old farmhouse where my grandparents lived when they first came out to Santa Mauritius. And these are the original floors, by the way. They need redoing again, but I haven't gotten around to it. In any event, the living room is off bounds because they've wrecked two couches. That, by the way, is Pepe. And I really don't want them to wreck this one because it's in pretty good shape, considering that when I first got it, I let them in there and they did snag a few places. But, ChaCha, why don't you look at the camera? That's a girl. Look up at Mommy. I don't know what she's staring at over there. ChaCha. ChaCha. There we go. Oh, that wasn't a good move because now she's up here going on my lap. And I have to, let me push her down again because she'll stay right nearby. Like I said, she's like a puppy and she likes to stay near me. ChaCha, I want you to go over here on that chair. There we go. There's ChaCha. Okay, ChaCha. You can see her color better in the sun. That's the true cinnamon. Her ears are showing there. This is the extra color that the Tonkinese Breed Council has not accepted for championship competition, and it's one of the main reasons that I left CFA. My cats are now going to Tika shows. The Tonkinese Breed Association would not accept the fact that there is a cinnamon gene and its dilute, the fawn gene. And here's proof that it exists. They wanted proof of where it came from, and we really can, we can trace the color all the way back, but of course there are no pictures and there's nothing to identify the color originally, so they refuse to believe that it exists. In any event, ChaCha is a very good example of the color, and she's been going back and forth here. And it would be very nice if I could keep a picture of a cat on the screen, but she doesn't want to cooperate today. Actually, she did her bid already, so that should be enough for me, shouldn't it? There's her tail. What are you doing, ChaCha? Biding her time so that she could jump up again. Now, I'm looking around to see if there are any other cats available. I don't see any. I'm in my gathering room, and that's my treadmill, by the way, which my daughter gave me for Christmas after I kind of said I was going to buy it myself, and she said that eventually she would buy it for me. I'm going to put ChaCha up here on the cat tree that Nico, a cat that I sold to Susan Fox, and Susan sent me for Christmas, which I thought was absolutely incredibly wonderful. It's a huge cat tree. I wish I had kittens to climb up and down it, but at least the adult cats really like it. ChaCha loves the top shelf because then she can climb up into the corner and see if there are any spiders or anything special up there that she can grab onto. Now, I've already said that the house that I live in, this farmhouse, was the first house that my grandparents, Harry and Annie, lived in when they first moved out here in the early 1900s. And I came across a deed to a mortgage paper to the property some time ago. And I found it very interesting that the 10 acres that they originally bought, they had a mortgage on for $5 a month. I thought that was totally incredible. I keep changing the position on this camera so that maybe I can get a clearer shot, because I haven't been getting very good shots with the camera. Yesterday I had major problems. I was really trying to get some good videos, and I did. And along with them, some very good chats. Unfortunately, what happened was that when I tried to upload them, they eventually uploaded after a lot of problems.